Alright guys, I'm working with 2012 Chrysler 200 POS and this is the reason why we don't like this. Someone's been in here and I want you guys to take a look at that battery post right there and then take a look right there. So we need a new battery terminal, but there was supposed to be a fuse relay for the alternator on this. Oh fuck. And there is no relay or what they call one of the main fuses for the alternator that goes onto the system. So I'm wondering if the alternator is completely jacked up, and because I left my multimeter at the other location, I can't test the battery, I can't test continuity, I can't test anything, so I have to get a multimeter and go out. But battery terminal has to be replaced. I'm going to take the battery to get a quick charge due to that it's 522. It's a brand new battery, January, February, March, April, May, from May 22. So this should be, quick charge, but we won't know until I'm able to put the battery back into the system. But if you see, there's a lot of things Jimmy rigs. Customer told me that this vehicle, which is a 2.4, came out of the tow yard. So the tow yard or the tech there don't know how to put regular screws in, so they put sheet metal screws in, or self-tapping screws, as you guys can see up there. This is one of the reasons why we always say let a technician touch your vehicle and don't let these goddamn tweakers fuck your shit up. Or don't let anyone that you know is under the influence fuck this shit, or someone who don't know anything about electrical engineering or mechanical engineering, because they will fuck things up. And you guys know this is a Chrysler, so the bumper has to come off, as you guys see right there, so that I can get the battery out. This is why I don't like Dodge, Jeep, or Chrysler, because all they got them batteries on the side and underneath. And the other problems that these vehicles have, so if you look at the alternator, look at where it's located, basically underneath. They should have put the alternator up on top and put the power steering down in the middle. So that way the alternator is clear from any type of environment that's coming up and splashing up into it. Any vehicle that has the alternator at the bottom and you hit a puddle like this, the vehicle is dead. This is why you see like BMWs, Mercedes, and all of this on the side of the road. Because of that issue. So we're gonna go and try to straighten some of these things out, and hopefully they didn't damage anything more. They said there was a alternator relay or main fuse on this, but like I said, you guys see this one is different. Let me put it here. You guys see that this is different. There's no relay to this or nothing. So I guess someone had problems with that before and they took it off, because again, just because you work at the tow yard doesn't mean you're a mechanic. Doesn't mean you work at the tow yard that you're a technician. And I'm sorry, you may know how to change a tire, may know how to change the battery, but the battery, as you guys can see, whoever did change the battery on the 522 didn't know how to do shit right, because all the ends fully corroded and broken, so it will never make an electrical contact. And she said one day the car just didn't want to crank over, it just died on her, and that's one of the reasons. We jump it, I can get everything to start from the top up here, as you guys see the jumping wires up on top. But again, when you have these type of pigtails going up to the top and then going down to the bottom, that will never charge this battery. So we have to take it and get it charged. So we have to disassemble everything so that we can test the battery directly, because you can't test it there because of all the electronic components that are on there. You can blow an electronic out, especially one of the computers. And if you blow one of these body modulars on these American cars, it becomes a paperweight. Ford are notorious for this, but you guys see, this is why we make, the top dollars, because the things sometimes we got to do. But the mobile tech right now, I'm going in, I got to go take that battery, go get the other alternator. Hopefully I don't have to switch out the alternator. I'm going to rip that alternator out and take it so they can bench test it. If it passes the bench test, then I'll put it back on, and we'll go from there. But my suspicion, again, is going towards there are electronic components that are missing in the front. And this is a 2.4 liter. The Dodge Dot, the Dodge Neon, Stratus, the Avenger will have almost like a multi-link fuse holder right on the positive cable, almost like the BMWs. So that's missing from here, and that's probably one of the reasons why this car doesn't want to, stay started. But again, we're going to go with battery. We're going to go with, battery terminals. We're going to start there first because, like I said, physical damage is all right there. You guys can see all of that. It's completely toast, so that needs to be replaced. And any technician, this costs 50 cents. Just in case you guys need the barcodes. There goes the barcode. This cost me 50 cents at the dollar store. I paid 2 for $1, so there's 50 cents each. And simple. Come clean. The brush in between the wires, the connector, and that's all it needs. But I've seen this a lot with these cars like this, and those that do the mobile service, the jump start, and battery changes. This happened, and you guys will see another video of mine of a Buick. They never cleaned the battery terminals. They put new batteries and everything, but the battery terminals were so corroded that it never made contact, and the 12 volts went down to basically 8.5 volts, and you can't get a full charge, or you can't even get the system to start the vehicle. Once we cleaned the terminals, we put new terminals, everything was okay. But again, always carry a brush. For those that are doing that mobile service, man, like I told you, 50 cents will save you headaches. Little cleaning here and there, but we're going to take that bitch and, excuse the French, and get it fully charged and make sure that it is fully charged so that I can test the whole entire system. Due to that I don't have my multimeter with me, I can't go here and check what is the voltage coming out of the alternator. For those who need to take out the alternator, it's very simple. There's some things that you're going to need to move out of the way so that you can get it clear. And I really don't want to move the AC so that I can get the alternator out from the fucking bottom, because that's where it looks like it's going to be coming out. If not, I'm going to have to disconnect the power steering pump unit, which is the whole bracket assembly, as you guys can see right here. So it won't allow me to bring the alternator up from here, so it looks like it's coming from all underneath. So the AC compressor may have to come out. I still got to look at my on-demand, and just in case my on-demand went up on price. So that makes things a little bit more harder for me when I'm on the mobile side, and especially due to 5G, 4G being fucking garbage out here in Sacramento. And mind you, there's a tower right there, but I still get bad connection. I don't even get 5 bars, not even 3 bars. But the other problem is there's a multi-junction fuse box, and it's completely loose. When I was tampering with it in the beginning, you guys can see the monkey wrench that they did around here. So before we go and go a little bit further, I'm going to go take that battery, get it, fully charged, and make sure that that battery is not damaged. Get battery terminals also so that I can replace both positive and negative terminals and put them back on there. But like I said, it's missing a junction relay box, and that is very important. Without that being properly installed, it will never crank the vehicle over, and they had it that way, but as you guys see, once it jimmied up, how everything turns. Just in case you're looking for that main relay, again, it's supposed to be down here, not underneath the steering wheel. Any questions, leave a comment down below. It's Mike with Pacific Tech.